Okay, can you see the PowerPoint?
Sayalay, yes, can see.
Okay, so last week we have studied 4 elements all already in detail, and we have practiced how to discern the 4 elements. Today we will continue from that. As we say, matter or materiality arise in a group we call rupa kalapa. None of the rupa can arise singly. For example, earth arise singly, wind arise alone, fire arise alone. That's not possible. This one important point that you have to remember. All matter arise in a group, and at least or minimum 8 together. 8 rupa form a minimum group we call pure auric kalapa. This group is called kalapa. We call rupa kalapa. Rupa kalapa is like a dust, fine dust, like particles, very, very tiny. They cannot be seen through the physical eyes. So all rupa arise in a group with at least 8 elements in a group called pure auric kalapa. So what are the 8 inside the pure auric kalapa? One is called earth element, second water, fire, wind, color, smell, taste, and nutritive action. You may surprise, got particle also got color. Of course, let's say your blood, the blood inside our body is also made up by a group of kalapa, right? And the color of the blood is red color, right? And the urine, let's say urine is also made up by a group of kalapa, and the color of urine is yellow, sometimes white, yellow. Then each kalapa also got smell. The blood got smell, right? If you smell your blood, you will feel the smell. The urine also got smell. Our tea also got smell, right? And taste. If you taste the blood, you feel there is taste there. So nutritive actions is to make the matter grow, because matter need to be sustained, right? Without nutriment that sustain the matter cannot grow. Then our body also cannot grow. Therefore, in each pure auric kalapa, we call minimum. This is a minimum. Some got 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this 8 element form a minimum group of kalapa we call pure auric kalapa. Okay, next is okay. So the 8 element in the rupa pure auric rupa kalapa, all these 8 have arise together. This 8 arise together. I mean, earth element until nutritive action, this 8 element must arise together. Same like mental factors. Same mental factors also must arise in a group, right? And also they arise together. Same. And they cease together. We cannot earth element cease first, then taste cease later. Not possible. Because they are in a group, so they arise together, cease together. Then they have the same common base. What is the common base for the 8 element here? This is important to know. There is 4 elements. Earth element, water, fire, wind. These 4 elements are the common base for all rupa kalapa. As I said, these four elements are like the earth. Stand upon the earth, then the tree grows, the flower blossom. So everything arise depend on the great earth. Therefore, the four elements serve as base for all rupa kalapa. Okay. Then lifespan of rupa equal to 17 mind moments. From here we can see the lifespan of rupa is much longer than the mind. After 7 mind moments, for example, 17 mind moments, including like bhavanga, eye consciousness, receiving consciousness, investigating 7 jhana, all 17 moments passed, then one rupa, the lifespan of rupa die. And the lifespan of rupa also can be divided into 3 stages. The first called arising. Presence. Arising means the rupa just come into existence. Then continuous, called presence. After that, then die, dissolution. So this is the lifespan of rupa, consists of 3 stages: arising, presence, and dissolution. And rupa, citta is powerful at the stage of arising, but rupa is powerful at the stage of presence. This is the difference between citta and rupa. Okay, now after finish the 4 elements, we come to the 5 sensitive materiality. Eye sensitivity, there are 5. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So there's a 5 sensitivity. We call, number 1 is called eye sensitivity, chakku pasada. Okay, the sensitivity of primary elements that is ready for the impact of visible object. So eye is sensitivity towards color, towards visible object. Then the sensitivity substance in the retina that register color or light. So eye sensitivity is not the whole eyes itself. It's distinguished from the gross organ of eye, but it is the retina inside the eye. That retina which is sensitive towards the visible object is called eye sensitivity. Different from the whole eyes. Please don't confuse. And this eye sensitivity serves as a physical base and door for eye consciousness. So when eye door, cognitive process arise, right? Because of the visible object impinge the eye sensitivity, then eye consciousness arise, seeing the color. So without eye sensitivity as a physical base, no eye door cognitive process can arise. Therefore, we say eye sensitivity serves as a physical base and door. Door means eye door cognitive process. Physical base means the base for eye consciousness to arise. Okay, and as I say, all rupa arise in a group. So eye sensitivity also arise in a group called eye decade kalapa. Decade means 10. So just now it's pure otak, 8. Otak means 8. So a group contains of 8 elements. Now eye decade kalapa arise in a group contains of 10 elements. What are the 10? Number 8 is the same plus 9. Number 9 we call light faculty. And the 10 called eye sensitivity. So in this eye decade kalapa, only eye sensitivity here, sensitive towards the color. The other not sensitive towards the color. Only eye sensitivity sensitive towards the color and become the base for eye consciousness to arise. And the light faculty here, why add one more light faculty? Because eye decade kalapa is a product of our past karma. And life faculty is also the karma, is a result of our past karma. Life faculty maintain the eye sensitivity here. We will reach life faculty. At that time, you get better understanding. Okay, ear sensitivity. Today we will go a little bit fast because it's very easy to understand. The ear sensitivity is the sensitivity of primary elements. Primary elements mean the 4 elements. That is ready for the impact of sound. So ear sensitive towards the sound. It's the sensitivity substance found inside the ear hole that registers sound. So it's not ear sensitivity. It's not the whole ear itself. It's not the outlook. The how to call the ear we have. It's inside the hole. There's one part. It's one substance which is which can register sound. That one is called ear sensitivity. And it serves as a physical base for ear consciousness. It serves as physical base, means ear consciousness must arise depend on the physical base, which is ear sensitivity, in order to hear a sound. And ear decade and ear sensitivity arise in a group called ear decade kalapa. So we have the 9 elements: earth element, water, fire, wind, color, smell, taste, nutritive action, life faculty, plus ear sensitivity, which is sensitive towards the sound. Okay. And next called nose sensitivity, gana pasada. The sensitivity of primary elements that is ready for the impact of smell. It's the sensitivity substance found inside the nose that registers smell. It's not the whole nose itself. Because the sensitivity is not outside, it's the host, it's inside. So inside there's a small part which is sensitive towards the smell. That is called nose sensitivity. It serves as physical base for nose consciousness to arise in order to know the smell. And it also serves as a door for nose door cognitive process to arise. And the nose sensitivity arises in a group called nose decade kalapa. So there are 10 elements. The last one is called nose sensitivity, which is sensitive towards the smell. Without this nose sensitivity, we cannot nose consciousness cannot arise to know what type of smell, whether it's fragrance or whether it's a bad smell or so on. And tongue, next is called tongue sensitivity, jingwa pasada. It's the sensitivity of primary elements that is ready for impact of taste. It is the sensitive substance found diffused over the tongue that registers taste. Therefore, when we eat, we have to put food inside the mouth in order to know the taste, right? If we put food inside the nose or inside the ear, they cannot know the taste. Therefore, the tongue sensitivity is inside, is over the tongue, is on top of the tongue. So in order to know the taste, you have to put the mouth on top of the tongue. Only then you know the taste. It's the physical base for tongue consciousness. All tongue consciousness must arise depend on the tongue sensitivity. Without tongue sensitivity, no tongue consciousness will arise to know the taste. Therefore, we say it's the physical base for tongue consciousness. Is also the door. Tongue sensitivity is also the door for the tongue door cognitive process to arise in order to know what type of taste. And tongue sensitivity arises in a group called tongue decade kalapa. There are 10 elements there. The last one is called tongue sensitivity, which is sensitive towards the taste. The last one, body sensitivity, kaya pasada. The body sensitivity is the sensitivity of primary elements that is ready for impact of tangible object. There are 3 tangible objects. Earth element, earth element, fire and wind. These 3 are called tangible objects. Water element is not considered tangible object. Tangible object is to be felt through touch. And body sensitivities extend all over the body that is sensitive to touch or tangible object. Unlike ear, eye, ear, nose, tongue, they only occupy very small area in the particular particular place in the body. But body sensitivity is extend all over the body. So you can touch your feet and feel hardness or hot, right? You can touch your face and feel softness or cold. You can touch your stomach. You can touch your back and feel the tangible object of hardness or cold or hot or vibration and so on. So this shows that body sensitivity is extending all over the body. And it serves as a physical base for body consciousness. Because without physical base, then body consciousness, it is the consciousness that know the tangible. Physical base body sensitivity itself cannot know. But for the body consciousness to arise in order to know the touch or tangible object, it needs physical base. Therefore, body sensitivity becomes a physical base for body consciousness. I give an example. For example, dead body. Dead body has no more consciousness, right? So you can chop the dead body, you can beat the dead body and chop it. No feeling. The dead body feels nothing, because in order to feel the tangible of pain, it needs consciousness. It is consciousness that feels. But for that body consciousness to arise, it depends on the body sensitivity, physical base. Body sensitivity is physical base, matter, materiality. So matter and mind are, mutually dependent. And body sensitivity arises in a group of kalapa called body decade kalapa. There are 10 elements in the body decade kalapa. Okay, we finished the 5 sensitivity of materiality. Now we come to 4 objective material phenomena. There are 4: color, sound, smell, and taste. And they are called objective material phenomena because they serve as objective supports for the corresponding type of sense consciousness. They are the object of consciousness. Just now, what we learned is sensitivity and the sensitivity type of materiality. And the sensitivity type of materiality serves as a base. Base means your home, your base for the sense consciousness to arise. However, without object to impinge, for example, without color to impinge eye sensitivity, no eye consciousness can arise, right? Therefore, these four objective material phenomena serve as objective supports, serve as the object for the corresponding type of sense consciousness. We have 5 types of sense consciousness: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, and body consciousness. These 5 are called sense consciousness. So for the sense consciousness to arise, we need object. And this object is called 4 objective material phenomena. Number 1 is color. The characteristic of color is to impinge eye sensitivity. Even eye sensitivity serves as a base. Color serves as an object. Without object, even you have eye sensitivity, then eye consciousness cannot arise. Okay, so for the eye consciousness to arise, or for the eye door cognitive process to arise, you need object, which is color, to impinge eye sensitivity. Only then eye door cognitive process will arise to see the color, followed by many mind door cognitive process to know what type of color, which is red color, blue color, and white color, and so on. Okay? And the function of color is to be the object of eye consciousness and mental factors associated with it. And the sound, the characteristic is to impinge ear sensitivity. The function is to be the object of ear consciousness and mental factors associated with it. It's very easy to understand. Color impinge eye sensitivity, sound impinge ear sensitivity. And they are the object of the Citta and Cetasika. This is what it means. And the smell, impinge nose, characteristic of smell is impinge nose sensitivity, functions to be the object of nose consciousness and mental factors associated with it. And the taste, number 4, taste, characteristic is impinge tongue sensitivity. The function is to be the object of tongue consciousness and mental factors associated with it. So we only mention color, sound, smell, and taste. We do not mention touch or tangible object. Why is it so? Because I have already mentioned that tangible objects are 3 elements out of the 4, which is earth element, fire element, and wind element. So these 3 elements already mentioned in the 4 elements. So it's not necessary to mention here again. If to mention again, then it's repeat the same thing. Therefore, for objective material mentioned here, 4, do not mention tangible object because tangible object is already mentioned. And these 4 objective material phenomena have characteristic of impinging. For example, color impinge eye sensitivity, smell impinge nose sensitivity, and so on. Next one is 2 gender phenomena, bhava rupa, female faculty. So inside our body, there's one rupa called bhava rupa. We have two gender phenomena, but inside us, only one will appear. If you are the woman, you have female faculty. Female faculty is to show that this is female. And it manifests through the mark, sign, work, and ways of the female. So, for example, the sign, the mark of female is one, the mark of male is another one. And their appearance, the way they walk, and their certain sign, for example, eyebrow and so on, show that they are a female. This is called female faculty, and it's found all over the body. Female faculty, unlike eye sensitivity, only found inside the eyes. Female faculty found all over the body. Therefore, even in the dark, even for example, a group of people meeting in the dark, meeting together, and suddenly the light was turned off, and in the dark, if you accidentally touch someone's hand, so you also will know this person is female or male, man or woman, because female faculty or male faculty is found all over the body. You can easily see and to recognize that this is woman or man. Male faculty. So if you are man, you have this male faculty to show that you are a male. And it manifests through mark, size, work, and the way of the male. This is easy to understand. And it's found all over the body. Okay, so the two gender phenomena, whether it's male decade kalapa or female decade kalapa, this gender phenomena is found in the 10, is grouped with 10 elements together. One is called, if you are the male, you have male decade kalapa inside your body, all over your body. If you are the female, you have this female decade kalapa. That last one is called female faculty. And this kalapa spread all over your body to show that you are the female. And these two have different signs, different figures, and different characteristics. So only one sex faculty, only one gender faculty found in the body, not two together. But for the female hermaphrodite, when a woman, they love woman and so on. When she develops attachment to woman, her female faculty becomes hidden, and her male faculty becomes prominent. And there's one very interesting story found in a Dhammapada. One day, Mahakachayana, which is very handsome and who already attained Arahant. One day, on his way, to somewhere, and one Brahmin happened meet him, and this Brahmin, Brahmin was very attracted to his handsome appearance, and suddenly unwholesome thoughts arise in him. Then he thought, if this handsome monk become, how nice if he become my wife. So you see, the mind is so unruly. Such thought also can arise in a man, to think a man become his wife. So when this thought arises in his mind, this unwholesome thought arises in his mind towards an Arahant, and suddenly he found his male faculty change to the female faculty. He found himself changed to a woman. He was so shocked and feel so shameful about this sudden change. Then he did not want to go back to his hometown, and he left to another place, and he married another man. Since he already changed the woman, so he married with another man, and give birth to son and daughter. Many years later, he met one man from his old village, and he recognized, and they meet together, and this Brahmin told his friend his story. And his friend told him that, why not you go and ask forgiveness from this Arahant? It's very bad karma to offend an Arahant, or to think in such way to offend an Arahant. And so this Brahmin finally found the Mahakachana and asked forgiveness in front of him or before him. And after then the Mahakachana, of course, forgive him, say, oh, okay, I forgive you. So after he was forgiven, he found his female faculty changed back to the male faculty again. So he feels so, so everything is like a dream. Everything happened to him, it's just like a dream. He was so disgusted over the change. Therefore we say, my make is there, my make is there. Then he, having feel disgusted about all this happening in his life, and he renounced the world and became a monk. When he became a monk, many fellow monks teach him, because he also gave birth to a son and daughter. Finally, he feel very shameful about his old action. Then he practiced very hard and become Arahant. This story is happened during Buddha's time. Okay. The last one is heart base. Heart base being the material support for all consciousness except 5 sense consciousness. So as I say, 5 sense consciousness of eye consciousness, ear, nose, tongue, and body, they arise, depend on the eye sensitivity, nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, and body sensitivity, right? Apart from this 5 sense consciousness, the rest of consciousness, for example, jhana, wholesome consciousness, unwholesome consciousness, resultant consciousness, apart from this 5 sense consciousness, all consciousness arise depend on the heart base, Hataya Wutu. This is, however, Buddha did not directly mention that heart base was the support for all the consciousness. It comes from commentator. The commentator, after investigate all the 28 types of rupa, found that heart base is the one become the support for all consciousness. In Buddha only mentioned yang rupang, yang rupang, that rupa, then consciousness arise. Buddha never directly mentioned heart base is the base for all consciousness. Buddha only say that rupa. Which rupa? Buddha did not directly say is heart base. It is the commentator, after investigate or after study all the rupa, feel that it should be the heart base. Therefore, then they say heart base is the material support. It's the base for all consciousness. We must understand all consciousness, except in the immaterial plane of existence, which have no physical base, no body one, no physical base. All consciousness need matter, need materiality need to depend on the materiality in order to arise. All mind and citta and cetasika, all mind and mental factors need support, need base for them to arise, also need object for them to arise. This is the relationship among mind and matter. Okay? And it's found in the blood of the heart. So this heart base is not the physical heart itself. Just that the eye sensitivity is the retina. It's not the all eyes. They say your eye is very beautiful. That one is not eye sensitivity. Eye sensitivity is retina, inside the retina. Similarly, when we say heart base, it's not the heart itself. It's not the physical heart itself. It's the blood inside the heart. So inside the heart, there are many heart bases, one after another, arising and passing away, arising and passing away. And each consciousness arises depending on only one heart base. Because consciousness arises so quick. So one consciousness arises depend on one heart base, then pass away, another consciousness arises depend on another heart base and pass away. And heart base also arise in a group called heart base decade kalapa. There are all 10 elements there. The last one is called heart base. All this, what we have learned, all the decade kalapa, inside got one called life faculty. Life faculty is maintain all the materiality inside the decade kalapa. Now we come to life faculty, the last one. Jivitin Indriya is a vital force in materiality that sustains the life of coexisting materiality. So just now I mentioned when a person is declared dead in Buddhism, is that this life faculty. When this life faculty, which is this life faculty that sustains the matter, when this life faculty die, cut off, die permanently, then this person is declared as dead. And this life faculty, just like the water that sustains the lotus flower. Lotus flowers grow in the pond. It's the water that sustains its life. Similarly, the life faculty sustains the life of coexisting materiality. All materiality coexist together. And it's the life faculty that sustains them. Give them life. Give them life so that they can work. And life faculty maintains only karma produced materiality. You cannot find life faculty in other, in mind produced materiality or in food produced materiality. So life faculty only arise in karma produced materiality. And the function is to maintain on only karma produced materiality, such as eye. Eye decay kalapa, eye is produced by karma. Ear, our eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body are produced by karma. Therefore, if we have done very good karma in the past, we born with the beautiful eyes, a sharp ear and nose, and so on. But if our karma done in the past, although it's surrounded by anger, then our eyes, nose, ear are born not beautifully. So eye, ear, nose, body are karma produced materiality. And life faculty maintain only karma produced materiality, such as eye, ear, nose, heart base, and female decay kalapa, and so on. Just now we have mentioned a lot. Heart base decay kalapa, you see, there are 10 elements. Number 9 is called life faculty. So life faculty will maintain coexisting materiality. Coexisting materiality is heart-based, nutritive, accent, taste, smell, color, wind, fire, water, and earth element. Okay. Similarly, the two gender phenomena, whether it's male decade kalapa or female decade kalapa, there's life faculty inside. Because female decade kalapa or female, these are the karma bond materiality. Life faculty only maintain karma bond materiality. Okay. And life faculty arise with other 8 elements. Now no 10 already, 9. We call 9 life non-it kalapa. So the basic 8 element plus life faculty form a rupa kalapa called life non-it kalapa. Okay, the last one, I thought it's last one already. Nutriment, nutriment, nutritive action, or called nutriment. The characteristic is nutritive essence, oja. Is the nutritive substance contained in the edible food. The function is to sustain the growth of physical body. You see the baby from very small size grow up to adult. Why? It's because we need to feed him food. So once the matter, the materiality get the nutritive action, then the materiality can grow. Therefore, nutriment, the function of nutriment is to sustain the growth of physical body. The nutritive action being supported by the body's digestive fire, again and again assists in the production of new matter. In this way, food eaten in one day can sustain the body for 7 days. For a nutritive action can produce new generation of rupa kalapa. This is called the growth of materiality. But one condition, that it must be supported by the body's digestive fire. Therefore, body's digestive fire is very important. If your digestive fire very weak, cannot digest the food, then your body become very weak as well. So the food eaten being digested completely digested by the digestive fire inside the stomach, and then this one will assist, will help in the production of new group of rupa kalapa we call matter produced by nutriment. So in this way, food eaten in one day can sustain the body for 7 days. So if you want to do fasting, you eat one day food, you can fast for 7 days. 7 days you will not die, because the food eaten one day can sustain for 7 days. Okay, so we finish all the 18 concretely produced matter. This concretely produced matter can be classified into 7 classes. One is called great element. Second is called sensitive phenomena. The third group is called objective, become their object, objective phenomena. And the gender phenomena. Number 5 is heart phenomena, which support all the consciousness. And the 6th is life phenomena, which sustain the life of coexisting matter. And the last one is called nutritional phenomenon, which is nutriment, which can make the physical grow, make the matter grow, and sustain our life also. Okay, so and this, why they are grouped under concretely produced matter? Because they possess intrinsic nature. All these 18 materiality or rupa have intrinsic nature. Just now what we study, we study their intrinsic nature, we study their function, right? And like, for example, like earth element, the intrinsic nature of earth element is hardness. And also they are grouped. These 18 elements are grouped. These 18 rupa are grouped under concretely produced matter because they are suitable for contemplation by insight, especially the 4 elements and sensitive phenomena and objective phenomena. These are very suitable for contemplation by insight. Okay? So let us discuss one more time. The 18 elements are grouped together. This 18 rupa, not element. This 18 matter or materiality are grouped together and called real rupa. 18 real rupa. So they are grouped together as matter possessing intrinsic nature, as I have said just now, called sabhava rupa. Also, they are called matter possessing common characteristic, salakkhana rupa. What is common characteristic? Common characteristic are anicca, dukkha, anatta. Impermanent, suffering, and non-self, these 3 are called common characteristic of all ultimate reality. So this real rupa is also ultimate reality, right? So they possess characteristic of anicca, dukkha, anatta. And this 18 real rupa is concretely produced matter by 4 causes. They are produced by kamma. Our ear, eye, nose, tongue produced by kamma. Citta. Our anger also can, citta can produce fire element, strong fire element. So some of the rupa 4 elements can produce by citta. And some 4 elements like pure otic kalapa can produce by temperature, fire. Fire and the food and nutriment. Fire and the nutriment, these 2 have the power to reproduce new generation of rupa kalapa. We will come to this point. So this 18 real rupa called concretely produced matter because they are produced by 4 causes. And they are called nibbana rupa. And this also has to be comprehended by insight, as I said just now, to be comprehended by insight as anicca, dukkha, anatta. And as material matter, because they possess essential characteristic of undergoing deformation. Why matter or materiality is called rupa? Because it undergo deformation, it undergo changes, it undergo alteration. We call deformation. Rupa is never permanent. It changes all the time. When weather cold, it changes. When weather hot, the rupa change. When you are full, rupa change. When you are hungry, rupa also change. When you are happy, your rupa also change. When you are sad, your 4 elements inside the body also change. Therefore, why is called rupa? Because it undergo deformation. So all the real rupa, 18 real rupa, all undergo changes, undergo change and alteration. Therefore, they are called rupa. Okay, now we come to the end of 18 concretely produced rupa. Now we come to 10 non-real materiality. Why they are called non-real materiality? Because they do not arise directly from the four main causes. Four main causes mean they do not arise from the karma, from the chitta, from the nutriment, and not from temperature. So they do not arise directly from the four main causes for the matter, but exist as mode or attributes of concretely produced matter. Now, they are the mode or attribute only. They themselves are not real rupa like earth element, water element, but they are the attribute of water element, the attribute of four elements, and so on. Thus, they are not included among the ultimate reality. So this 10 non-real materiality is not the ultimate truth. So what are the 10 non-real materiality? This is divided into 4 groups. The first group is called limiting phenomenon, this space element. And the 2 communicating phenomena both include body intimation and verbal intimation. Then the 3 mutable phenomena, lightness, malleability, or weightiness of real materiality. And the last one is characteristic of matter. There are 4: production, continuity, decay, and impermanent. Okay, so let's go one by one. Space element. Space element is not it's not the bare geometric extension as we understand. We understand space like, sky, a big, vast. This is space. That's not called space element. Just earth element is not earth itself. Therefore, space element is not the space itself. So the characteristic of space element is delimiting matter. The function is to display the boundary of materiality. For example, here. This E are I decade kalapa. B is body decade kalapa. S mean what? Sex decade kalapa. Or P is another kalapa, they say. Different. We got different kalapa. Then how the space element is to delimit the particles, different particles, so that you can know this is I kalapa, I decay kalapa, this body decay kalapa. So space, this is called space element, is to display the boundary of materiality. So the space element to display the boundary of each one. Just like you put many eggs together, in between one egg and with another, there's a space element. This is what it means, space element. So the space element, akasa dhatu, manifests as confines of materiality, so that you can know, you can differentiate, distinguish each kalapa, one with another. So space element delimits and separates the objects and group of material, enabling enable them to be perceived distinctly. This is body decay kalapa, this ear, eye decay kalapa, and so on. Without this space element to confine each particle, everything is mixed up. Okay, just like here, each kalapa, because of there's a space in between each kalapa, so you know, oh, this is eye decay kalapa, this body decay kalapa, and so on. And the next one called two communicating phenomena, body intimation and verbal intimation. Body intimation, kaya vinyati. the mode and the alteration in the consciousness originated four great primary elements, in which wind element is predominant that causes the occurrence of moving forward. I have to give example. For example, I want to ask Mr. A to come to me. Mr. A now quite far away from me, so I will show a gesture to move my hand to show a gesture to ask him to come forward. So because of this intention to ask this person to come forward, and my mind, the intention will produce four elements. These four elements, one of the wind element will move the body. So I will show the hand come. I don't speak out. I use the hand to ask him to come. So this four element also plus one called body intimation. The mode and alteration in the consciousness originated four great primary elements. My mind, one thing wants to ask him to come. This is called consciousness originated four elements. In which wind element is predominant, and wind element becomes strong, so I can move my hand to show my bodily intimation come forward. So I move my hand to ask him to come forward. This is called bodily intimation, caused by consciousness originated four great elements, in which element is predominant. That causes the occurrence of moving forward or ask somebody to come to show the gesture. And the function is to display intention. So my gesture to ask him to come is to display my intention. It manifests as bodily excitement. Then verbal intimation. The mode and the alteration in the consciousness originated four great elements, in which earth element is predominant that causes the occurrence of the speech or utterance. Just now is body intimation, now verbal. Also caused by consciousness originated four elements. So I want to ask they say, I want to ask Kema to come. I don't show body gesture. I say, please come. So I open my mouth. I have the intention. That intention can produce four elements, in which earth element is predominant. So my consciousness originated, my consciousness can produce four elements. Among the four elements, the earth element. So earth element from a spread all over the body. When the earth element reach the throat, reach the mouth or the throat. Inside the body, there is also four elements produced by karma. Our body, the whole body, body decay kalapa, is produced by karma. Right? So there is also earth element. Now I want to ask Kema to come, please come. The words are please come. So because the intention to say please come also produce four elements. And that earth element, when that earth element produce my mind, strike the earth element in the body produced by karma, then the speech will come. And the occurrence of the speech is manifest. Another example, you strike the table. Can you hear the sound table? So there's earth element on the hand, which produced by karma, and also my mind want to strike the table. So my mind can produce four elements. Inside the four elements, also earth element. So the earth element strike the earth element produced by my mind, strike the earth element outside the table, produced by temperature, they say, produced by temperature. Then when the earth element strike the earth element, the sound comes. This is what it means, verbal intimation. And the function is to display intention, intention to ask somebody to do something. It manifests as the cause of the voice in speech. Verbal intimation can cause sound, voice in speech, so people understand what you say. Okay, next is three mutable phenomena. Lightness of real materiality, malleability, and weightiness. These three must arise together. And these three, for example, lightness is capable of dispelling heaviness in matter. Sometimes when you're sick, the body becomes very heavy. So lightness, at that time, no lightness. But when you recover, when you are healthy, so the lightness is capable of dispelling the heaviness in matter. And the malleability is capable of dispelling rigidity in matter. And weightiness is capable of dispelling unweightiness in matter. So these three must arise together. So when weather is very hot, or whether it's very cold, we don't have this lightness, malleability, and weightiness. But when weather change, we have this three: lightness, malleability, and weightiness, and body become very active. So these three also, whether they exist or not in our matter or in our body, depend on our mental state. When we get very angry, there's no lightness, malleability, or weightiness of four elements. But when we meditate, when we gain concentration, and we got this lightness, malleability, and weightiness of four elements. And also depend on the food we eat. When we eat very, the food, a lot of carbo that cause sleepiness, then the time, no lightness, no malleability, and no weightiness. The next four characteristics of matter. There are four characteristics that describe the life cycle of rupa. Production, continuity, decay, and impermanence. Production is the first arising moment of a material process. For example, when rebirth consciousness arises, when rebirth consciousness arises, you remember here, RB, rebirth consciousness arises, then the arise together 30 matter. Number one is called sex, decade, kalapa. So when rebirth consciousness arises, when we are still in mother's womb, we already know whether it is his gender. We already know the gender because called gender decade kalapa is already there. Then at the rebirth consciousness, there's a body decade kalapa. There's also heart-based decade kalapa. This heart-based is to support rebirth citta, rebirth consciousness. All the consciousness need heart-based to support them. Okay, so this is called production of matter. Now 30 matter are called the production, the first arrival of matter, first arising of matter. Then production, its function is to make material emerge for the first time. It manifests as launching. Then the continuity is a repeated arising of materiality in the same material process. After first production, body, gender, and heart-based decay kalapa, and this body, gender, and heart-based decay kalapa will continuously to arise. It doesn't mean arise one time, finish, no. It arise, pass away, then new one arise, pass away, arise, pass away. So repeated arising of materiality in the same material process is called continuity, santati. Its function is to anchor. It manifests as non-interruption, decay. Okay, the maturing or aging or ripening of material phenomena. Nothing is permanent. So when the matter arises, it go through decay. The second stage is called decay. And function is to lead them towards their termination, lead them towards their death. It manifests as loss of newness, going old already. Then the the next is impermanence, anicca, the complete breaking up of material phenomena. Once they, produce, then they turn to old, then completely breaking up. Its function is to make them subside as destruction and falling away. Death. Impermanent means death. So matter also going through production, continuity, and then decay and impermanent. Same as consciousness. All ultimate truth going through production, decay, and impermanent. And this happens every moment. What we see, the body, only impermanent after 50 years old or 70 years old, 80 years old. That's ultimate truth, according to ultimate truth. According to conventional truth. According to ultimate truth, the rupa inside the body undergo production, decay, impermanent every moment. Now we cannot see because we not yet develop concentration and insight. So if we develop concentration and insight, we can see all the particles in the body arising and passing away at every instant. There's nothing solid inside the body. Now what we see, everything is solid, is because we see only conventional truth. Okay, now we finished non-concretely produced matter. So now we finished 28 types of matter. Important are 18. Another 10 is only the attribute of the 18 concretely produced matter. Okay, now let us summarize a little bit. Matter as single-fold. All matter are called rootless. Unlike consciousness, consciousness got root what? Anger root, moha, rooted in anger, rooted in greed, rooted in delusion, right? But matter, no. Unlike consciousness, all matter is rootless. You cannot say 4 elements rooted in anger. No, no such thing, okay? And it does not associate with any root of wholesome and unwholesome. Because most matter is produced by karma, it's a resultant, right? So it itself does not say, rooted in anger, rooted in greed. No, we cannot say wholesome or unwholesome. Most body decay kalapa are the resultant from past karma. Eye decay kalapa is a resultant from past karma. Only karma say wholesome and unwholesome. Resultant, usually we didn't say wholesome or unwholesome. Okay. Then all matter is conditional. All matter arise with 4 causes. Here we mention what we say is real rupa, 18 concretely produced rupa. All this rupa arise with 4 causes. We will study these 4 causes. And all matter subject to tense. Matter can be made the object of tense. The tense of craving, the tense of wrong view, the tense of ignorance, and so on. Okay, we think they are real, so then we become ignorance. And we strongly attach to our 4 elements. We strongly attach to our eye, decay kalapa, nose, tongue, body. Therefore, this matter become, they subject to tense, subject to defilements. Then all matter are mundane. Unlike supramundane consciousness, there's no matter that transcends the world of the 5 aggregates of clinging. Like supramundane consciousness, for example, Sotapan, stream enterer, supramundane consciousness, Arahant, supramundane consciousness can transcend the world of the 5 aggregate of clinging, right? Cut off all the defilement, normal attachment. But the matter, no, matter, there's no matter that transcends the world of the 5 aggregates of clinging. When you become Arahant, you have the same body. The body doesn't become decreased. Just like when you become Arahant, all deformment has cut off. But when you become Arahant, no body is cut off. Okay, next, pertaining to the sense sphere. All matter by nature pertain to the sense sphere because it is the object of sensual craving. The eye crave for color. This is called sensual craving. The nose craves for sound. The ear craves for sound. Nose craves for smell. Tongue craves for taste. And the body craves for tangible, especially the touch. So, by nature, all matter is the object of sensual craving. Then, objectless. Matter cannot know an object like consciousness. Consciousness know the object, right? Consciousness arises to know this red color, this sound, and consciousness arises to know this is good or bad. But object cannot know an object. Matter cannot know an object. Last one, not to be abandoned. Matter, unlike defilements, cannot be abandoned by the 4 supramundane path knowledge. Stream entry, supramundane path knowledge abandon personality view, abandon doubt, abandon clinging to rights and riches. But matter cannot be abandoned. When you become Arahant, you cannot abandon your 4 elements. No, not possible. There's nothing can be abandoned. Okay, so these are different, the single fold of matter. Now we come to very important things, the origination of matter. So matter can produce by karma, can produce by consciousness, and can produce by temperature, also can be produced by nutriment. These are the 4 main causes that produce materiality. Okay, materiality originated from karma. What type of karma that produce materiality? There are 25 kinds of karma. 12 unwholesome consciousness. 12 unwholesome consciousness can produce our ugly eyes, ugly nose, tongue, body, and body, tongue, and physical body. So then the 8 wholesome consciousness. 8 wholesome consciousness also can produce beautiful appearance, healthy body, handsome body, and so on. I want to give you a story. In the olden time, there was one story. She is called 5 Agri. Her name is called 5 Agri, because during one of her past life, at that time Pacheka Buddha wanting to collect some clay soil to build his clay house. So happened he met with this woman. This woman was unwilling to give the clay soil to Pacheka Buddha. But he also cannot say no. She cannot say no. Therefore, she offered that clay soil with angry mind. Not with a mind filled with joy and knowledge, but she offered that with angry mind. And after her death, one of her good karma produced her rebirth as woman. But because she done good dana with angry mind, therefore that unwholesome consciousness, one of the 12 unwholesome consciousness, produce his produce her ugly eyes, ugly ear, ugly nose, and ugly hand and feet. So 5. So she was named 5 ugly. But his wholesome karma of offering clay, soil to the Pacheka Buddha, which is very meritorious dana. So difficult to meet with one Pacheka Buddha. So she also very lucky in being able to offer clay soil to Pacheka Buddha. And because of that personal offering, then her karma, this good karma, wholesome consciousness, one of the 8 wholesome consciousness, produce her pleasant touch, her magical touch. So whoever touch or whoever she touch, that person will fall in love with her. So happened one day the king accidentally touched her, and the king immediately fall in love with her, want to make her the queen. But the king also very worried that all the minister and citizen will laugh at me. How can I am a king, I'm married with a woman with such ugly face. Her name was 5 ugly. So she very afraid the minister and all the citizens laugh at him. So the king was very worried what to do. Then finally, the king thought a plan. He make the 5 ugly, the woman, and touch everyone. So when everybody was being touched by her, everybody fall in love with her, and everybody agree the king to marry with the ugly woman. So this is how the unwholesome consciousness produce ugly appearance, and the wholesome consciousness produce her beautiful touch. So our body, our existing, whatever exists in this present life is a combination of unwholesome consciousness and wholesome consciousness. They produce our different part of matter, different way, different from one another, from other people, because everybody perform different karma. Okay. Then also five material wholesome consciousness. This one, five material wholesome consciousness now will produce rebirth in a 5 material realm of existence. And okay, so what type of materiality produced by karma? We already know there are 25 type of karma produce materiality. Then what type of materiality? There are all 9 groups. Eye decay kalapa is produced by karma. Then ear decay kalapa, nose decay kalapa, tongue decay kalapa, body decay kalapa, female gender decay kalapa. Whether you are man or woman is also produced by your karma. Then heart-based decay kalapa. That's why we say heart-based is karma born. Then 9 life faculty, life knowledge kalapa. So these 9 groups in our body are the product of karma. They are the rupa produced by karma. Okay. And our wholesome karma, let's say one of the 8 wholesome karma can produce very strong life knowledge kalapa in our body. For example, during Buddha's time, there is Bakula, Venerable Bakula. He lived until 160 years old. So his wholesome karma produced his very powerful life knowledge kalapa that lasts very long. And also his wholesome karma offering dana, all the dana he performed, produced his very strong body decay kalapa. So Venerable Bakula never fall sick whole his life. never sick. He doesn't understand what is sickness. He's so healthy because of his past wholesome karma, one of the 8 wholesome karma that produced his strong body decade kalapa and his strong life knowledge kalapa. Okay, so these are a few examples that how our karma affect our materiality in our body. I can give you a lot of story, but I cannot finish my my topic. Now already 11:30. I think I'm unable to finish today. I think should I stop here? Okay, let us transfer merit now. Holding your palm. Ita wata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe dewa sabbe buddha sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya akasata cha bummata dewa naga mahidika punyatang anumoditva cirang rakhantu sasanang cirang rakhantu desanang cirang rakhantu mang parang ada imaya pati padaya cara marang nama parimoce sami idang me punyang asawa kaya wahang hotu idang me punyang nippanasa pacayo hotu mama punya bagang sabba satanang bhajemi te sabe me samang punya bagang labantu sadhu sadhu sadhu. May all of you be well and happy. May the listening and sharing of this precious teaching become a conducive factors for us to realize enlightenment.